Okay, hi, I'm here. Welcome in, everybody. I hope you guys are doing good. Welcome in. Oh my god, you summoned so many of those little fuckers, Ren. Jesus Christ. Welcome in. Oh, did one of them pull one up in midair? Yeah, it's a little janky with how it's got it set up. So every now and then there's some like little mini bugs, but as long as it's functional, you know. But yeah, welcome in. Let's see who took my first today. First was taken by, oh my god, first was taken by Alex. Thank you so much, Alex, for taking my first today. It makes me very, very happy that you could be my first. Then we've got Daily Pillow, we've got Bread, we've got Ren, we've got Jeremy, we've got Alex, Leonix, we've got Gothosaurus, we've got, I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anybody between all these Shimadarias. We got Gavi and we got Gakko. Welcome in. Thank you guys for grabbing your daily pillows. And now let's see who we got in the queue for tarot readings. I didn't get to do this last week because I had a rush commission, so I just had to focus on getting that commission done in time. But now I feel like I'm back on top of my commission queue again. And you know, I do like doing the tarot readings for you guys, so I'm glad we could do it this week. Let's see who we got in the queue first. We've got Alex, who wants a love reading. We've got Gothosaurus, who wants a love reading. We got Leonix, who wants a love reading. We've got, who else we got? Also, hi Jacob, welcome in. Yeah, let's see. Okay, I think that's all we got so far, but we got several love readings and we still have several slots open. So, yeah. So they took away my booba emotes. My apologies, you're fine, you're fine. It's okay, Leonix, don't worry. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we'll start with Alex's love reading. And did you want your oracle card with it too, Alex? Since you're subbed. And I will hydrate too. Thank you for the hydrate redeem. Yeah, okay, I got you. Let's see what you got in store for you for love. Ooh. Wow. Get that card back in my hand. Yeah, today was pretty chill. Pretty chill. Still fairly productive, but mostly a chill day. I feel like I got a lot of stuff done. Let's see what we got for your love reading. Okay, let's grab your oracle card to complete the ensemble. I've been playing so much Balatro lately. Like, I've been playing an insane amount of Balatro, but I'm so close. I'm so close to winning. I've beaten almost all of the difficulties in Balatro so far. I've gotten all the way up to, I beat Orange Chip difficulty a couple days ago. Yeah, Balatro. Yeah. Yeah, so I got up to Orange Chip difficulty, so now I'm on the final difficulty, which is Gold Chip difficulty. So once I beat the Gold difficulty, then I won. I'll be pretty content with that. But I'm very much the kind of person that keeps persisting until I make that happen. Yeah, how'd you get gotcha from that? Well, I mean, technically it is a little bit of like a roulette, depending on what cards you get. It's still gambling, just in a different form, I guess. So, in a way. In a way. Also, hi, little mouse. Welcome in. Oh my gosh, Gothosaurus. Thank you so much for the 7 months. Thank you, Gothosaurus. I believe you can conquer Balatro. I believe, too. It's very difficult. Because a lot of it's just pure luck-based. But it is fun. But yeah, Gold difficulty is crazy because it's got all of the other chip difficulties, but then on top of that, it's got like the rental decks, and I feel like the rental decks combined with the the decks that time out, it makes it way harder because then you'll get like a good card, but the good card, the good Joker card will only last for 5 turns before it expires, and then it'll also cost you $3 every single time, like every round you use it. And it's like, ugh, so it's tough to get a good card that will stick with you, and that won't like make you fucking poor as shit. Who knows? Maybe I'll do another Balatro stream to see if I can beat it on gold difficulty. The first time I streamed Balatro was the first time I played it, and the last time I streamed Balatro is the last time I played it on baby mode and then end mode. That could be kind of fun. Let's see. Okay, we got the cards for you, Alex. So let's go ahead and put these up on the screen for you. Starting with... Yeah, look at the power of you guys hyping me up. I believe. There we go. Oh my goodness. How many of these little guys are you summoning? There's so many of them. They're overtaking my screen already. We're not even 30 minutes into stream and they're invading. We're not even 20 minutes into stream and they're invading. So many. Maybe I'll make a special button that will dismiss all but one or something. So if you press the button, you can get rid of all of everybody else's hard work. That could be kind of fun in an evil way. Man, think of all the child support. It's a record. It is not a record, actually. The current record is 75 Shimaderes on the screen at once. But I feel like with these people working together, conspiring, if you will, it's very possible they might break the record. How many we got right now? I mean, if I had to guess, that's probably like 20, 25. I had to guess. Make it like 50K or something, yeah. Clear out the Shimaderes. Alright, we got all of the cards for you, Alex, for your love reading. So in order of left to right, we have the world. We have the reverse page of coins, and we have the reverse knight of coins, or knight of cups. And then for your oracle card, we have autumn, like the season. So let's go ahead and start breaking it down for you, starting with the world. Now, the world is normally a card that represents like the end of a journey, kind of like achieving success. It's a path of liberation. Basically, all of your hard work has come into the ultimate fruition. That's what the world is about. It's the kind of like the end of the journey sort of vibes. But it's also kind of like a card about the actual journey itself, in the sense of like, maybe the real treasure was the friends we made along the way kind of vibes. That's very much what the world is about. We also followed up though with the reverse page of coins. And the page of coins is normally somebody who's very carefree, very innocent, and you can see like the daisies, so like there's like that sort of like childish innocence. In its reverse though, it kind of turns up those traits a little bit further, to the point where it can be somebody who's maybe a little bit ignorant, or not willing to listen. So it feels to me like there is this sense of like almost willful ignorance, of actively choosing not to look too deep into how others feel or how others react. That doesn't necessarily mean like you're doing anything like to be mean. I just feel like maybe you're not fully taking account because you don't really want to take into account. You don't really want to perceive how others are reacting, you know? But then we also followed up with the reverse Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is somebody who is very artistic, very imaginative, very dreamy. And it's reversed though. Again, we turn up those traits of person who's maybe a little bit out of touch. Somebody who is daydreaming but has no intention of making it a reality. To me, this feels like, in terms of love, you are very much stuck in your own head and your own thoughts. It feels like you're very consumed with you. Which, I mean, it's good to have a sense of, like, a strong sense of self for yourself and what you like and what you don't like. But I think if you're looking for love, there is some form of compromise that you sometimes have to make. There is a sense of you do have to genuinely look carefully and understand other people, because it's not just a relationship about you, it's a relationship about you and someone else working together, right? So to me, it feels like the cards are almost urging you a little bit to find that balance, right? It's very good to keep what you want in mind, you know, so you can find people that you're compatible with. But I think it's also, more important for you to focus on how people are responding to you, how people are reciprocating what you're giving them, right? Because you're giving people things. You're putting yourself out there, but I feel like the thing is you're not really paying attention to the other side of the transaction, the other side of the social interaction. And that's kind of what's giving you the most trouble right now in forming those connections. And that sort of leads us into your oracle card, which is Autumn, right? Which is a card of bounty, but also a card of balance, you know? Finding that balance between you and how you perceive yourself and maybe how you want others to perceive you, you know? You know what sucks? I saw someone in Dallas I really liked, but since it was only 3 to 4 days there, I couldn't do much. That sucks. It do be like that sometimes. But I think the key thing here is just taking the time to really stop and genuinely contemplate and think about the other party and what they're thinking and what they're feeling, you know? I think you definitely put yourself out there in a strong way, that you definitely do leave a lasting impression, but I think it's also important for you to gauge what that impression is for the other person too. Because it feels like you can end up pushing a lot and then you're not actually looking to make sure that they're paying attention. You know, you'll open the door for them, but you're not looking to see if they actually go inside the door, you know? So it's this sense of like, you are doing things, you are acting, you are doing all of this stuff, but maybe it's also important to make sure that you're paying attention to, you know, the other half of the social interaction too. Then I think if you do that, it'll make it a lot easier for you to understand, you know, what's working, what's not working, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I believe in you, Alex. You got this. I think you just gotta spend a little more time focusing on the other people in the relationship. I feel like you got yourself down pat for sure. Okay, next up we've got... Next up is Gothosaurus, who wants a love reading. Yeah, I think a lot of relationships, it can be that way sometimes, where you sort of just drift apart. It's not necessarily because of one person or the other person. It's just maybe you've both slowly become different people, or you don't mesh as well, you know. I've definitely had that happen too, where it's just you kind of, all of a sudden, the relationship sort of fizzled. It's not often, but it does happen, especially I feel like when you're younger. People tend to change much more rapidly when they're younger versus when they're more like fully settled in adults, because I mean, Their brains are still developing, their hormones are still going, they're experiencing way more life experiences. But it is something that I think definitely happens. Yeah, you hear? And I'm guessing you want your oracle card too, Gathosaurus? Yeah, people change for better or for worse. Sometimes you just take different paths in lives. Yeah, that is what it is. I've definitely changed a lot, and I've grown apart, not only just from romantic relationships, but friendships too. There are some friendships I've had before, and we kind of realized, shit, we're like completely different people now. Like, it's crazy. Even like some of my close friends from back then, there was like specifically one friend I had, we were incredibly close. And then, you know, things changed. We got, because we met in college, so we were still pretty young. And, you know, life happened. We started going down different paths, and I could kind of just feel like, oh, I'm not the same person I was when we were friends, but you are. In a weird way, he didn't change, but I changed, and I could sense that I was not who I was before, and that kind of really affected the friendship that we had, you know? So it does suck to feel like you lose a friendship like that, but I feel like it happens more often than you realize. It's not necessarily the fault of any individual person in that friendship. It's just, you know, people change. And I think change can be a good thing, as scary as it is, right? I don't want to be the exact same person that I was those years ago. I'm glad that I changed, you know? And it can be tough, I think, to sort of mourn those past relationships and friendships with people. Gothosaurus, a silly goose confirmed. Oh my god, being silly in the game. Oh my goodness. Well, let's see what we got for your love reading, Gothosaurus. Also, hi, loser. Welcome in. I grew apart from a whole friend group minus one person who we still talk to damn near every day. Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of how it happens. People change, and I think that's for the better. I think if everybody stayed the exact same as they were when they were in like middle school or high school or even early college, life would be fucking hell. Are you kidding me? If everybody stayed exactly the same way they were when they were in college, I would commit, dude. I would commit. I can't handle that. It's way too much. I feel like the important part of being an adult is learn how to chill out, to mellow out your personality a bit, you know? Some people are very, very intense. Right, let's see what we got for you, Gothosaurus. When I get a friend who cosplays Dante for me while I cosplay as Virgil. Oh my gosh. Dante from the Devil May Cry series? It's crazy they made a new Devil May Cry anime. I remember watching the old Devil May Cry anime with my little brother a long time ago. Alright, let's grab your oracle card. The new one's so cool. Yeah, I need to watch the new one. I've heard mixed things about the new one. But yeah, there is an old Devil May Cry anime. It is very old. Yeah, I've heard very dividing opinions about the new anime. I think it's also because they made good demons, which I feel kind of doesn't that kind of undermine a lot of the purpose of like that demons serve in Devil May Cry as a world and like as a series. I've mentioned in passing about the new DMC anime. I didn't realize. Yeah. Like the opening episode shows him eating pizza and drinking a strawberry milkshake, and that was just always like a running gag between me and my little brother, was the strawberry milkshake. The old one is 18 years old. I wasn't in anime at that time yet. Yeah, oh my gosh. That's crazy. That's crazy. I feel old. I'm old, Yusuke. Okay, we got the cards for you, got the Saurus. So let's go ahead and put these up on the screen. I'm also really bad at finding anime blockbusters, unfortunately. Kiss anime. You didn't hear it from me, though. Alright, let's go ahead and put these up on the screen. One showed me Dragon Ball and Naruto, and the other showed me Bleach. Yeah, my first experience with anime was actually when I took Japanese class. All of the other kids were weebs, but I had never seen anime before. But the teacher, to relent and to ease all of the weeaboos in the class, on Fridays he would play like an episode of anime after we did our work, right? But it was anime that he specifically chose. So it was either Fist of the North Star or Detective Conan. They're out here revealing secrets. What? What's... Oh, because of what I said earlier. But yeah. So my first anime was technically Fist of the North Star, which is wild to have as a first anime. And then Case Closed is still an anime I still really enjoy. And then I watched a bunch of like the classics that got recommended to me during the time period. So like Ouran High School Host Club, Vampire Knight, I did watch Madoka too. But yeah, I did watch Cowboy Bebop because my mom recommended a lot of older anime too when she found out that I liked anime. Because my mom was also a weeb, but she was an older weeb, so she's like, here's my binder full of DVDs I've burned with anime. Feel free to go through it. So I watched like Bleach, and I watched Cowboy Bebop, and I watched a bunch of other like older ones too. Because my mom used to make like AMVs and stuff for a lot of those. Alright, let me put these up on the screen before I get too distracted. We've got the... And then... Conan was really fun. I was a Shrimp for Kaito kid. Yeah. Honestly, I ship. I ship Kaito and you know, the older Conan, what's his name? And what's his Japanese name? I had Tsubasa Chronicles, the gay dads and their two kids anime. Yeah. Yeah, Shinichi, that's his name. Yeah, I shipped Kaito and Shinichi. I still ship it, honestly. I mean, yeah, Ron and Shinichi is cute. And, you know, but they're canon, yeah, but the dynamic between a phantom thief and a detective is unparalleled. It is unmatched. Even after the reveal, I stand by it. I stand by it. No regrets. They're not real anyway, so it doesn't matter. Honestly, respect. There we go. Alright. We got all the... Oh, that's not the right card. Whoopsie poopsie. Let's put the actual correct card up on here. There we go. Okay. Now that's the right card. So, for your love reading, Gothosaurus, in order of left to right, we have the Ace of Coins, we have the Lovers, and we have the Magician. And then for your Oracle card, we have Preserves, like fruit preserves. Also, welcome in, Marsh. Welcome in, welcome in. Oh my god, there's so many of these fucking Shimaderes everywhere. Well, let's go ahead and start breaking down this reading for you, Gothosaurus, starting with the Ace of Coins. So the Ace of Coins right off the bat is a card of wealth. It is a card of prosperity. It's a card of abundance, nourishment, and pleasure. Right off the bat, this is a really banger card. This is an ace, right? This is what you want. But it also feels tied in as well with the fact that you have the Lovers card. To me, this feels like you've met someone. I don't know if that's the case or not, but to me, this reads like you've met someone, or you are in a position where you are meeting someone or developing a budding interest in someone. This feels like there is somebody though, in terms of love. Maybe you're not necessarily dating them yet, but there's definitely somebody there. This feels like to me. Right off the bat. And to me it feels like maybe you haven't fully established it yet because of your Oracle card. Because your Oracle card is Preserves, which is building towards a future, and securing things for the future. That to me makes me feel like maybe it hasn't happened yet, but is happening soon, right? But oh my god, Gothosaurus, did you meet somebody? Did you meet somebody, Gothosaurus? Do you have a crush on someone? Is that what this is about? I'm waiting. Did you meet someone? I'm so curious. And then we also have the Magician card. Yeah. We have the Magician card, which again is this the sense of looking towards the future and finding the potential in a relationship. Which, like I said, that's why oh my god, you've had a crush for 2 years. Oh my gosh. So I was right. Oh my god. But yeah, to me, this definitely reads like this is a really solid fit. Feels like there's a lot of sweet energy that you two match very well. But also feels like you are also looking and thinking about and preparing for the future. Sadly, they got into a relationship recently. I mean, I've been in some pretty short relationships before. I once dated someone for 2 weeks. We dated for 2 weeks. Wait like 2 weeks. Well, they say the honeymoon phase for a lot of relationships is 3 months, because that's usually when the initial infatuation starts to die down with somebody. So, I mean, wait like 3 months, I guess, and see what happens there. Yeah, I've dated people for incredibly short periods of time, so just because they're in a relationship doesn't necessarily mean they're gonna stay in the relationship. Yeah, you gotta become a homewrecker. You gotta show them what they're missing out on. Show them what they could really have, Gothosaurus. You gotta doll yourself up. whatever ways that entails. But yeah, that's why I was like, I don't think you're in the relationship yet because of the Preserves, but also kind of the Magician. So which to me feels like you're looking towards the future. And you're looking towards what could be and the potential for setting up things, and seeing and building things in that sense, right? Because like the Magician is a card of looking at the marble and seeing the statue that's kind of trapped within it, right? It's seeing that spark of potential and creating something for yourself. And again, with the preserves, it's the idea of preparing and jarring up the fruits and the vegetables for the future. So you can everything so it has a longer shelf life. To me, this reads like you're preparing in your heart to make room for somebody specific in a relationship. You're probably already maybe daydreaming about potentials of your life with this person. I would say maybe slow your horses there. You know, if you're not in a relationship with them yet, maybe hold your horses on any crazy far in the future daydreams. But I don't know, maybe start setting things up to start flirting with them properly. Who knows? I feel like you've got a pretty solid chance of something here. The cards feel like they're saying there's a pretty solid chance of something here. You just gotta start prepping for the future of making it happen, you know? Who knows? Who knows, but it's looking pretty juicy. Yeah, we're all wishing you luck, Gothosaurus. You got this. Very exciting. Oh, let me drink my water. Okay. Next up, we have... Next up is Leonix. And Leonix would like a love reading. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oka, hi. Welcome in, Oka Forest, Oka Guild members. How are you guys? How was Final Fantasy, Oka? How's it going? Did you have fun? We're doing love readings for some people. The first two readings are love readings. This one right now is a love reading. So hell yeah, lots of juicy love readings today. Fantasy be good. We did lots of yapping and achievement hunting. Yeah, we love it. Oh my gosh, Oka casually flexing, casually dropping a tier 3 sub. Oh my god, Oka. Thank you, Oka. My one and only tier 3 sub. Also, Druge, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. I know, Oka just casually flexing on everybody in chat. Oka says this is what a true wife looks like. The power, the exuberance. But yeah, if you guys need a rest, you need to get some food, snack, water, sleep, bathroom, whatever you gotta do for yourself, feel free to do what you gotta do. We're just doing some tarot card readings, so we're keeping it chill with our yapping. Gotta show our love for the creator and singer of the Song of the Year, Dreamy Star Romance. Oh, he's so sweet. Thank you. It's okay. No, you guys don't have to tier 3 sub. Oka's just flexing her powers, that's all. I love you guys, even if you don't sub to me. Even if you can't afford to sub, I still love you. Because, you know, there's ways you can support me for free. If there are those of you who are like, man, I wish I could support my favorite streamer, but I don't have money. There are lots of ways you can support your favorite streamer without any money. Number 1, you can clip your favorite streamer. If they say something silly willy, you can clip what they say. That's super fucking helpful. Genuinely, when people clip you, it's really helpful. Fantastic. Another way is to like, comment, and share on the stuff that they make, on their posts, whenever they post on like social media, or if they're posting on like YouTube or whatever the case might be. Supporting the liking and sharing and supporting of Indie's Song of the Year, Dreamy Star Romance. It is on iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, and YouTube, and iHeartRadio. It is on those, so you could listen to it if you wanted to. But there are lots of ways you can support. Commenting, even just like lurking in streams is really, really helpful. I love lurkers. I love to see my regular lurkers. That's a great way to support your favorite streamer, is just to lurk in their channels even. So even if you don't like to really necessarily chat during the stream, even just lurking during the streams can be really, really helpful to them as well. What else is there? Drawing fan art, if you like to draw fan art, is a great way to support your favorite creators as well. All creators love fan art. Everyone, every single one of them, they flip out when they get fan art, all right? That is one of the easiest ways. And it doesn't mean you have to be crazy skilled or anything. It's just the love of it, you know? As in YouTube subscribe, Twitch follow. Why do they use different terms like this? I don't know why. They switch it around like that. I feel like there should be like more uniformity in the terminology and all that good stuff. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and turn on notifications so you never miss out. Now a word from our sponsor. That's supposed to be Raid Shadow Legends. I did one sponsorship for them way at the beginning, when I first unlocked it, cause of the memes. I'll be real with you. It is not a good game. I only took the sponsorship for the memes. I was pretty clear about it. I remember that. Yeah. So hi, Condorcito. Welcome in. I was there. You were there. Yeah, certain people in my Discord actually, if they helped during that specific sponsorship, they got a special role in my Discord. They still have this tarot card reading is sponsored by Dreamy Star Romance. Yeah, stream it on your favorite platform now. That one I could say. I could say that I'm sponsored by Dreamy Star Romance. Oh my god, pinned by Oka. Oh my goodness. Simply built different. When the fuck did Oka get mod privileges? I don't remember giving you mod, Oka. It's okay. I'll allow it. I'm not gonna revoke it. I just don't remember giving you mod privileges. When did that happen? Oh, you're right. I left you with the mod during my Valentine's Day event. That's when it was. I was like, when the fuck? When the fuck did I make you mod? Oh yeah, it's for the Valentine's Day event. You're right. You're right. I forgot. I guess I'll let you keep it for now. I've just been absent from March, so we both straight up forgot. Yeah. Oka's so powerful she manifested mod for herself. True. Yeah. Oka was like, I think I'll be mod now. And then it just happened. And Twitch was like, yes, my queen. Yes, milady. The power of tier 3. Yeah. And specifically because Oka tier 3 subs to me, she gets to be a mod. No, kidding. Alright, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got for your love reading, Leonix. Oh, that's a start. Honey, you got a big storm coming. Alright, let's get your oracle card, Leonix. I'll be back in a minute. Please move my spot back if I'm not here. Okie dokie, Marsh. Yeah, let's see what we got for you, Leonix. Oka is indeed #1 supporter. I am #1 Oka supporter. I've been Oka supporter longer than most of you. I've been here the longest. That's my wife. Help. Oh no, what's going on over there? You just mean the reading. That's a funny one to get. Alright, let's go ahead and put these cards up on the screen for you. Indy literally made my Twitch name, so definitely the biggest Oka supporter. Yeah, take that. Take that, gang. I'm the reason why she's called Lady Oka. Did you guys even know that? Did you guys even know that I specifically am the reason that Lady Oka is called Lady Oka? Isn't that crazy? The lore. Yeah, it's true. It's legit. Lore drop for Lady Oka, right? Lady Oka's name used to be Lady Okami 1, right? And that used to be her old username, was Lady Okami 1. And I would just always call her Oka Oka whenever we first became friends. Because it was a cute nickname, so I called her Oka Oka as a friend thing. And then Oka was like, "That's cute. Yeah." And then whenever she changed her username on Twitch so it no longer had the 1 and stuff, she shortened it and turned it into Lady Oka. So yeah, I am specifically the reason Lady Oka is Lady Oka now. Because I called her Oka Oka. Oka Oka. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy how much power and influence I wield upon this world? Alright, let's go ahead and put these cards up on the screen for you, Leonix. Also, hi, Mita. Welcome in. Look, I was actually lurkies, but yes. Yeah, enjoy your lurkies, Oka. Yeah, I'm reciting the old text. True. What's the next indie was actually the one behind Freeman's lore, too. That'd be crazy. No, I didn't have anything to do with Freeman stuff, no. I've known Oka for like almost the entirety of me being a VTuber. We've known each other, so we both knew each other very early on. Like, I want to say like within the first couple of weeks that Oka started streaming was when I first met her, and by then I'd already been streaming for a while. There was the one behind the scenes pulling the strings. Yeah, I'm the Shadow King. I'm the Shadow King. Pulling the strings behind the scenes. You don't even know. The real power's in my hands. I mean, a lot of stuff for Harper, too. I've helped Harper set up a lot of things as well. Make a lot of stuff, made a lot of suggestions. Harper's frog, like, what's it called? The, kigurumi, the frog kigurumi that Harper wears. I designed that. I designed that frog kigu. And then Harper got it turned into a proper model outfit. And then like a lot of the art for Harper, I'll like fix any mistakes or like missing details and stuff like that. How's the queue looking so far? Let me see. Yeah, the Shadow Wizard Money Gang. We love casting spells. Yeah, so right now we're doing Leonix's reading. Leonix has a love reading we're doing right now. After Leonix, we have... Who do we have? Jesus. You summoned so many fucking Shimaderes. It's horrible to go through. Oh, you know, I know what I can do to make it easier for me to look through all of this. Hold on, I can do this. I got the idea. I just pull up the specific request queue for tarot. I'm so smart. I'm so smart. Okay, yeah. So we're doing Leonix right now, and then after Leonix we have Gakko, who Didn't say much, just a general, okay? And then after that is Marsh, who wants a work/finances reading. We still have several slots open, so if you guys want to yoink a tarot reading, there are still like 5 slots left, so. in case that's something that piques your interest. Also, hi Tianfall, how are you? It has been a while. I hope you've been good. I hope everything's been Gucci on your end. Yeah. Hell yeah, Condorcito, welcome into the queue. Alright, let's put this last card up on the screen. For Leonix. Yeah, so many love readings. Everybody's been loving love readings. I do too. I do love the love readings. Been good. How have you been? I've been good. I feel like I've been so busy lately, but like good busy, you know? Where it's like there's so much going on, but it's fun. It's fun. Even if it's a little tiring, it's fun. All right, let's see. We got the there we go. Okay. We've got all of the cards for you, Leonix, for your love reading. So in order of left to right, we have the 8 of Cups, we have the Reverse World, and we have the King of Cups. And then for your Oracle card, we have Cup of Tea. So lots of cups. You probably need it. Let's start breaking it down though, starting with the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups is, the well is poisoned. It's time to move on. This isn't it. This one isn't the one you want. This one isn't gonna work out. You gotta cut your losses here. You gotta move on. It sucks, but it wasn't gonna work. It's for the best, you know, so just rip. What do you mean you're not subbed? Yes, you are. Silly. Yeah. You got gifted a sub. Anon gifted all of the mods sub as a power play, as a power move. So they say thank you, Anon. Leonix, you gotta say it out loud. Say thank you, Anon. I did this last week too. Yeah, you do. You do that a lot. The bug, I just noticed the pin message. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Thank you, Anon. But yeah, so, I mean, right off the bat, starting with that 8 of Cups is rough, man. The 8 of Cups saying, whoever it is right now that you're actively interested or maybe looking to pursue, it's not gonna work. You probably know in your heart that it's probably not gonna work. Maybe you're thinking in your head, maybe if I put in more time, or I put in more effort, or I try to make myself be seen a little more, maybe then they're not. It's rough. It's rough. But if they're not already reciprocating and giving you the time, you know, it's best to just cut it early and move on to somebody who will treat you how you deserve to be treated. Because you deserve to be treated nicely. You deserve somebody who will spoil you and who will treat you with lots of love and make you a priority. You should not be the one having to chase the other people. It's because I had to cancel a bunch because it's now $11 on mobile and ooh, and it's fuck yeah, that's expensive as hell. It's rough. It's rough out there. But yeah, it feels like whoever maybe you're interested in pursuing right now is somebody who's not really giving you the proper time and energy like you deserve. And the 8 of Cups is a card of like, hey man, just gotta let it go. Just gotta let it go. You can't keep trying to reel this fish in. It's not gonna work, right? This fish is not interested. Which sucks, but it happens, right? Nothing on your end in that case. It's just a matter of you just gotta cut your losses sometimes. And then following that up as well with the Reverse of the World. And the World in reverse is a card of kind of like stagnation. It's the sense of the journey's not over. You're still kind of going. You're still looking. In a way, it is a weird comfort in this card of telling you like things aren't over, you know, you can still keep moving forward. This wasn't the path for you to take. It sucks that you have to move on, but it's not the end, right? The end isn't over yet. Maybe you feel like you're stuck. Maybe you feel like you haven't reached the satisfying ending that you've been looking for. Maybe you feel like you're not moving forward, right? But at the end of the day, this is still a card kind of telling you, but the journey's not done, right? It's not over. It ain't over till the cows come home and they are still out on the fields, right? The cows being your love interest. But I digress. There is this whole, it's a whole thing of like, you know, maybe this right here isn't working out for you, but you can still keep moving forward. You can still keep pushing forward. This specific instance wasn't for you. Wow, rude day. I love cows. Oh my god. Those like long haired, what are they called? The like Highland cows are so cute, dude. I saw a cow getting like a blowout hair dry like style, and it was like so long and silky, and the cow had like these huge big brown eyes. It was like literally, I think, like one of the prettiest cows I'd ever seen, dude. Cows can be very cute. Cows are very cute. I love cows. But anyways, so the card's kind of saying like, this wasn't the path for you. You gotta keep going. You gotta keep moving on. Your journey's not done yet, right? And then that brings us to the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is somebody who is very in touch with their emotions. Someone who is very good with like words, very good at comforting. But just in general, they know who they are, and they know what they like, and they know kind of how to feel the emotions of other people as well, which is really nice. And I feel like that's kind of your strong suit. This card is kind of saying like, you are the King of Cups in this sense. You are somebody who is very intuitively knowledgeable about your own feelings. You know very quickly what you feel and how you feel and to who you feel what, right? I'll be lurking. Yeah, thank you, Solid Spank, for the lurkies. I appreciate it. So I feel like that's the kind of thing here. This card's kind of telling you like, your strong suit is the fact that you know who you are, you know your emotions, and you're not kind of afraid to embrace your emotions, which is so nice. Honestly, having somebody who's not afraid to feel their feelings, I think is incredibly underrated and incredibly desirable, to have somebody who knows what they feel, you know? So I feel like that's kind of the big thing here for you, is it's very easy for you to be like, but I like this person. I like this person. I want this person to pick me. And the cards are like, well, you know, we know that you feel this way, and we know that you feel upset that they're not giving you, you know, the time and energy and respect and love and care that you're putting into this. But yeah, this has just been consistently your readings, Leonix. I feel like I do this exact same reading for you every week. It's tough, but you need to find somebody who's gonna match your freak. Because you deserve somebody who's gonna match your freak. You know? It can be difficult, but it's not something that you should give up on. Yeah, you need... Oh my god, speaking of match your freak, dude. I keep getting these freaky ass cats on my on my fucking feed. I got a video. It's like a cat going up to like a anime figure and just starts sniffing the fucking anime figure's panties and like trying to lick the anime figure. And I'm like, oh my god, what a freak, dude. Oh my god. Is that allowed? Is that allowed? There's another one too Harper sent me, where it's like a cat goes up to another cat and he sniffs the cat's paw and he makes like a ugh, like looking face, like his face scrunches up and he moves backwards. And then he moves back in for another sniff and sniffs the paws again. Bro, what a little freakazoid. What a little freak, dude. I love them. I love all these fucking freaky ass cats I get on my feed. It's so fucking funny. It's so stupid. But yeah, you need somebody to match your freak, dude. That's what you need. You need someone who's gonna let you sniff their toes. And let you go back in for a second sniff. That's what you need. It's okay, I got you, man. Don't worry about it. And then that brings us to your oracle card, which is Cup of Tea, which is patience and reassessment, right? It's taking the time to really stop and think about things. And I feel like this is something that could very easily apply to a lot of your relationships, right? Where you take the time to really stop and think of, is this relationship helping me at all? Am I the only one initiating things in this relationship? Am I the only one putting in effort and thought into this relationship? And this doesn't necessarily mean romantic. It can be platonic. It can be friendships, right? But does it feel like you are very much the one holding up the weight of the friendship in those cases? I think that's something to also sort of take the time to really evaluate, you know? Is this working for you? Are you getting what you're putting into the relationship? I'm not saying relationships have to be exactly perfectly split, 50-50, evenly balanced. You give exactly what they're taking and they take exactly what you're giving, because that doesn't always work that way. No relationship is ever going to be perfectly split in workload and give and take. But it should feel fairly reasonable. It should feel like they're still putting in effort into the relationship. It should feel like they're still trying. Maybe they're not putting in as much time and effort and energy as you are, whatever the case might be. But are they trying? Are they showing that they consider you important to them? Are they showing that they actively want to try to include you in their life? I feel like that's something for you to really stop and think about, because you deserve people who actively want to make sure that you are there in their lives, who actively want you there. You know, it can be tough. I think to sort of realize that, like, man, I'm putting all this time and effort and energy into these relationships, into these friendships, and they're not coming to fruition. Well, I mean, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't force it to drink, right? I feel like that works with friendships too. You can try and lead the friendship towards where you want it to go, but if the other person isn't going to take you up on that and also work towards it too, that relationship's going to die. Like, it's not going to work, you know? But I think it's just something you gotta really stop and think about. Are the relationships you're currently in, both friendships and like romantic relationships, are they something that you feel you are getting something out of it rather than just putting something into it, you know? Because if it's, you know, if you're not, then maybe your energy and your time is better spent with somebody who will reciprocate, you know, who will give you something. Yeah, I hope that helps, Leonix. You deserve love. It's true. It's very true. You do. Yeah. Now let me sip my water. Yeah, of course, of course. So refreshing. Alrighty. Next up, we've got... Next up is Gakko Janri. Gakko, are you here? Is Gakko still here? I don't know if Gakko disappeared or not. They said in their thing that they might have disappeared. Thanks, cards, for saying shit's rough again. It's tough, but sometimes you just gotta hear it. You just gotta hear it to know the truth. Possible, yeah. Yeah, Gakko, are you here, Gakko? Boop boop. very, very good girl, Leonix. Good girl. There you go. Hope that helps. When will you learn, Leonix? When will you learn that you need to let go the cards? Probably, yeah. Alright, I think Gakko is probably busy. Or maybe AFK, whatever the case may be. So we're gonna skip Gakko for now. We'll go to the next person in the queue. So the next person in the queue is Marsh. Marsh, are you back yet? Are you here, Marsh? Are you here, Marsh? Marsh Metallo? Marsh Metallo. Marsh has probably also disappeared. They did say that they were gonna be back, but they weren't sure when, so we will skip Marsh too then, and we will move down the line. And next up is, hey look, there's Condorcito right there. Hi Condorcito. Next up is Condorcito, who wants a love reading as well. So let's see what we got for you, Condorcito. Why are there so many Deres? Because people keep summoning them. For the low, low price of 150 sleep sigils, you too can summon another Dere onto the screen. Love is in the air. Yeah, there you go. Look at that, we got 2 more. Enough for a small army of Eep magicians. Yeah. They keep telling me I need to clone myself to keep up with my workload, so you just gotta do what you can. My internet keeps dying, so I can't stay, but I hope stream has been going well. Yeah! Thanks so much for popping in, Snuggle Fern. Take care of yourself. Thanks so much. It's nice to see you. I hope your internet gets better. I hope it heals. Oh my god, Leonix. I'm tanking expert, so I'm lurking. Yeah, I believe in you, Mitha. You can do it. You can win. I believe. Oh my god, how many of these fuckers are you summoning? I don't even know how many of these are from today. I forgot to clear out the queue from last time, so who knows how many of these fuckers there are. But it's over 100 requests, so fuck me, man. Jesus. Holy hell. They're spawning everywhere. Hi, CJ. Welcome in. Tere's poor PC, I know, dude. They're growing increasingly. There's so many. They keep popping out of the ground like daisies. You've done at least 65 today? What the fuck? What the fuck? How? Although thank you for the hydrate. Yes, I will sippy sip. Are y'all trying to break a new record? Is that what this is? So many Deres, so much to smoke, so little time. Oh my god, you can't smoke them. They're not smokable. They're not weed. Oh my gosh. They're not weed, they're babies. Look at them. Are you really gonna roll them up into a blunt, dude? That's so fucked up. You're gonna take this guy right here. You're gonna take this little guy, this little baby, right here, and you're gonna wrap him up in paper and smoke him? You would do that to him? If it can be smoked, then yes. I keep telling you they can't be smoked. They're not smokable. Forgot I shuffled halfway through. Let me reshuffle again. Have you tried to smoke them? They're a baby. You don't smoke babies. They're just little fellas. I'm on that Indie Dairy Sleep Magician pack. Oh my god. You've heard of sativa. You've heard of indica. But get ready for Indie Dairy. Oh my god. It's so funny, I know the strains and I don't even fucking smoke. I don't even do weed. Give me the Eep cigarettes long pack. Oh shit. You want the gold filter too? Alright, let's put these up on the screen for Condorcito. Do you want it menthol? Raw, oh my god. On the first pack, you want it raw? That's kind of a little sussy wussy. Let's see what we got. This one is there we go. Alrighty. We've got all of the cards for you, Condorcito, for your love reading. So in order of left to right, we've got the Chariot. We've got the reverse King of Swords, and we have the reverse Knight of Swords. So let's go ahead and start breaking it down for you, starting with the Chariot. The Chariot is a card of triumph, but specifically after learning, right? It is a triumph that you have to work hard for. It does not come without effort. The Chariot is a card of willpower. It is a card of taking everything that you've learned and using that to achieve success, to achieve greatness, you know? I have to head out tonight. Good night. Yeah, good night, swordsman. Sweet dreams. Sleep well, okay? And hi, Red. And yes, I will sippy sip more water. I will hydrate. Yeah, so we start with the Chariot, which is a card of success, but it's success from experience. We also followed up with the reverse King of Swords. You don't drink water here. Oh my god, what the fuck do you drink? And the King of Swords in reverse is somebody not to be fucked with. You don't fuck with this person. They have a very cold, very sharp appearance, much like a sword. Very dispassionate, almost ruthless in a sense. But there is this feeling of somebody who has experienced a lot, in the sense it's made them come across as, I would say, a little bit harder to approach. In a sense, it's gonna be somebody who has maybe like resting bitch face, or just in general, they have a very standoffish demeanor without maybe even necessarily trying to. But this is also somebody who's probably been dealt a lot of rough hands in life, and they are not easily trusting. It takes a lot to sort of open them up and get them out of their shell. And then we also followed up with the reverse Knight of Swords, which is, it feels like this is something that's happened to you before. Somebody who's probably tried to use you or tried to exploit you for their own gain. They tried to use what little kindness before that you did show. And it it hurt. It hurt to feel betrayed, to feel like somebody was using you as a means to their own ends. And it feels like that's kind of what caused you to sort of close off your heart to a lot of people. And it can be tough. Shitty people, it can be very easy for shitty people to spoil, I think, the whole bunch, especially in terms of love. If you've had bad experiences in love, it's very easy, I think, to let those bad experiences taint and color the experiences that you have with new people in your life, and it can make you very closed off and very cold and very wary. But I feel like the key thing here is these new people are not that old person. And if you want to find love, if you want to find somebody that you can share your joys with, and that you can, be really genuinely close to, you have to risk being hurt again. As hard as that is to actually do, you have to let people have the opportunity to break your trust in order for them to prove that they're not going to do that. You have to give people the knife in order for them to prove that they are not going to stab you in the back, right? That is truly the only way for you to fully know whether or not somebody is trustworthy. And it sucks when people do, in fact, inevitably stab you in the back with that knife. But not everybody is going to do that. Especially in terms of love. So it feels like to me, you have your walls up. You have your walls up. You have your sword ready. You are ready to cut things off at a moment's notice if you think anybody is going to hurt you, which makes it way harder for you to get close to people, especially in terms of love, because you're always kind of ready for them to try and backstab you. Even the people who have zero intention of backstabbing you. You're like, all right, well, I'm prepared. I got the knife under my pillow. If they try to smother me, I got this. And it's like they were not even thinking about doing that to you. And that kind of puts up even more boundaries and more borders, and it makes it way harder for people to approach you and for you to develop these meaningful relationships and loves in your life when you feel like you're just waiting for them to betray you, When you inevitably wait for somebody to break your trust, it becomes, in a way, self-fulfilling prophecy. When you're waiting for somebody to disappoint you, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy of waiting and waiting until they slip up, and then you can go, ha, see, I knew it. I knew they were going to do this to me. I knew that was going to happen. Rather than like the more productive, more genuine, more fruitful idea of, well, I'm going to try to keep an open mind for things. I'm going to try to trust in this person. I'm going to try to believe that this person would not willfully try to use me or willfully try to hurt me, right? Maybe that other person did in the past, but this is a different person. This is not the same person. So I'm going to give them the chance to prove that they are not the same person. And I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, right? And it can be really difficult, but I feel like that's the key thing here. Condorcito, is if you want to develop a genuine love and relationship with people, you have to risk letting them hurt you in order for them to prove that they're not going to hurt you. As counterintuitive as it seems, but putting the walls up keeps away everybody, including the people who only want to give you love, I hope that helps. My fingers are crossed for you. It can be scary, I think, to take the risk and to let people have that opportunity and let people have that chance. But it's something you just have to go with and just know that it wasn't you. When they betray your trust, it is something on their part and not on yours, right? It is no fault of your own when people utilize your kindness to backstab you. It is purely their own fault for taking advantage of somebody and not your fault for being a trusting individual, right? But yeah, I hope that helps, Condorcito. Also, welcome back, Gakko. We'll go ahead and do your reading next, now that you're back. And Gakko has a general reading. So let's see what we got for you. Can I change the reading? Yeah, we can change it for you. What do you want your reading to be? It's too late. You get the dare. No, it's not too late. What do you want your reading on, Gakko? Future love partner? I guess and someone in class only asked me that. Oh my gosh. So another love reading. I got you. Alright. So a love reading for Gakko. Do you currently have somebody or no? Is that why you're asking? You don't have somebody yet? Are you asking like what kind of person would fit you best? Yeah. Ooh. I don't have one. I gotcha. More love readings. I know. So many love readings. Who will fit? I got you. Alright. Well, let's see what we got for you then. What does your future partner feel like would fit you best? Oh my god, Med! Thank you so much for the 4 months. Is that the Indie Derek from the hit single Dreamy Star Romance? Oh my god, yeah, it is. Oh my goodness. Here, you may take my photo. Let me pose for you. There you go. And I'll autograph it for you after stream. Feel free to screenshot and I'll sign it for you after stream. How goes the love? We got lots of juicy love readings today. So many. Lots of love in the air. And that's what makes it exciting. Let's see what we got for you, Gakko. Oh, okay. Very interesting. So let's go ahead and put these up on the screen for you, Gakko, for what type of person would kind of fit you best. Starting with... There we go. All right. We've got all of the cards for you, Gakko. So in order of left to right for your reading, we have the Devil, we have the Queen of Swords, and we have the reverse Five of Cups. So we start with the devil. This devil sounds scary, but it's really not. The devil is somebody who is very fun-loving, somebody who likes to indulge in the pleasures of life, very flirtatious, very seductive, very playful, very fun, right? It is a card of attraction. It is a card of indulging in those pleasures, but just a bit. You know, they don't go overboard because we have the plant here is deadly nightshade, also known as belladonna, which was originally used, taking a little bit of it would make your eyes look super blown out and wide, like you were like super turned on, right? But obviously if you eat too much of it, it's kills you. It's poison. So it is this idea of like finding a balance. But so definitely somebody who treads into the having some fun, letting their hair loose, going a little wild, you know. They're not afraid to be bold in who they are and what they like to do. Right off the bat with that. Also, hi, Vortexiality, welcome in. Oh my god, summoning another dare. And then we follow it up with the Queen of Swords, which is such an interesting one to follow this up with because the Queen of Swords is somebody who comes across as maybe a little bit cold. They probably have resting bitch face, but they're a very strong, stern person. They're warm but stern. Maybe they appear a bit cold on the outside, but they are somebody who cares very deeply. It's just maybe they have a hard time showing it. And it could be because they're on their guard, you know, but there's somebody who is very ruthless in a lot of matters. They always charge forward for what they want, right? They are not afraid to pick up their sword and charge forward to make sure they get what they want. Right? That is this almost ruthless pursuit of their goals, right? And I feel like that's also something that's probably very, something that you would find attractive is somebody who is very ruthless in, this is what I want, I'm going to get it, right? I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to chase after it to the ends of the earth if I have to. I will make it happen because that's what I want, right? That is very much the type of person that the Queen of Swords is. But there is, like I said, this sort of interesting dynamic between somebody who loves fun and who loves pleasure and who's very flirty. It feels like you want somebody who's very bold. Somebody who's definitely very bold and willing to take what they want, right? That's kind of the vibes I'm getting from both the Devil and the Queen of Swords sort of combined here. Is somebody who knows what they want and is willing to take it if that's what they have to do to get it, right? And then we followed up with the reverse Five of Cups. And while the Five of Cups is normally a card of like recognition of your own abilities and like yourself and like you yourself are enough, breaking away from dependency on others, in its reverse though, it's almost like a be careful that you don't cut yourself off from other people. In your pursuit to be self-sufficient, make sure you don't completely retreat away from people, right? So there is this sense of somebody who definitely wants to be self-sufficient and wants to do everything themselves and wants to take things into their own hands, but also maybe they need a helping hand to remind them that they don't have to do everything themselves, right? Somebody to remind them that, hey, I'm here for you too. I can help, you know, give you things that you don't have to necessarily fight for to acquire, right? It feels like that's the kind of person that would fit you very well. Somebody who's very bold, who is very proactive, and is very willing to do what it takes to get what they want, but also somebody who maybe needs somebody to reassure them that they don't always have to do everything on their own, you know? You like when somebody takes initiative, but you don't feel like they need to always take initiative, and you'd be fine with helping out and doing what you can to show them that, you know, it'll be okay, you're here, you'll help them too, all right? I feel like that's the kind of person that you would fit very well with. But yeah, I hope maybe that's insightful for you, Gakko. Like I said, it was pretty juicy to me. Finding that kind of person, I think, would be very, very interesting and very fun. They seem like a very fun person. But yeah, I hope that helps, Gakko. Give you some insight, hopefully. Okay, let's see. Next up, my MC arc. Yeah. Next up, we're gonna call, is Marsh back yet or no? Is Marsh here yet or no? I don't know if Marsh is back yet. Sounds like you go well with someone who takes charge. Yeah, exactly. Hi, Marsh. Welcome back. All right, and Marsh wants a work and finances reading. Ooh. Let's see what we got for you then. And you want an oracle card too, right, Marsh? Yep, okay. I got you. Let's see what we got for you. Oh, they're all upside down. Let me flip them all right side up then. We'll read them all as if they were right side up. And now let's get your oracle card. Pretty interesting reading so far. Let's see what we get for your oracle card. Get back in my hand. There we go. Yeah, that feels very fitting. Alrighty, let's go ahead and put these up on the screen for you, Marsh, for your work reading. Starting with... Back pain's been killing me lately. Actually, I had to take some pain meds. Oof, I'm sorry to hear that. Make sure you don't strain yourself. Yeah, make sure you do some good core exercises. Core exercises are really, really good at helping strengthening your back and reducing back pain. It's a great way to help. So I just realized all three of these are cup cards. What are the odds? Or not all of them, actually. Never mind. I was wrong. They're not all cup cards. Two of them are cup cards. One of them's a wand. Okay. So, for your work reading, in order of left to right, we have the 5 of Wands, We have the Nine of Cups, and we have the Two of Cups. And then for your Oracle card, we have Fruit. So let's go ahead and start breaking these down for you, starting with the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands is a card of impending battle. It's a card of competition. It's a card of there's a fight coming up, right? But this is also a card that tells you that fortune favors the bold. Sometimes you have to take the risk to just be proactive and take action. You kind of just gotta fucking go for it, right? This is the card of just fucking go for it, right? Just, it can be a little scary, it can be a little intimidating, but, you know, fortune favors the bold. You just gotta take the leap of faith. It's when you put yourself out there that you're rewarded for it, you know? And this can kind of happen in a lot of ways. It can be maybe you want to apply to a job that maybe you don't necessarily feel like you're qualified for. Apply to it. Do it. Fucking do it, right? You want to apply for a promotion that maybe you feel like you're not sure you'll actually get. Do it. Go for it, right? It can be interpreted in a variety of ways, but basically this is a card of do it. Why not, right? Who fucking cares? If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But it feels like this is an option for you that could really push you forward. It can really help sort of slingshot you into a better direction, but you have to actually get into the actual little slingshot in order to be propelled forward, you know? It's taking a chance, but it'll definitely never happen if you don't try to throw yourself into the waters, right? We follow it up as well with the Nine of Cups. Yeah, Nike, just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Just do it. Yeah, so following up with the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is a card of storing up energy, right? It's setting up your oasis for the horizon, for the future. Planning ahead so when the going gets tough, you're already prepared. If shit ever hits the fan, you are already more than prepared for it. You've already accommodated for it, right? This is a card of careful and knowledgeable preparation, so you will always have that sort of protection for you. So when it feels like things get difficult, you've already got it covered, right? This could be as simple as just saving money for like a rainy day, or, you know, setting yourself up for success in other ways, having fail safes, right? That is a really solid thing to try to do, is to have fail safes if you're able to. If you're able to set aside money to save into funds, I think it's something that is definitely worth investing in and doing, right? This is also a card that kind of tells you, this is known as like the wish card, in the sense of like, usually you'll get your wish. It takes time, it takes energy, but it feels like right now you are on the path to getting what it is that you're wanting right now, right? Maybe it's taken some time, but the fruits of your labor will be paid off. It's in the growing period right now. You're still watering your plants. And then we follow it up as well with the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups is this card of like mutual reciprocation. It's a relationship that works really wonderfully in harmony. It's a sense of like symbiosis, right? And in terms of like work, it feels like this is a job that you feel is really benefiting you. This is something that you feel, you know, sure, maybe it is work, but it's not work that you hate. This is a job that you probably do not fucking hate. You go into work and you're like, yep, I'm at my job. Maybe you don't necessarily love it. Maybe you do. But it's definitely not such a painful drag that you can't fucking stand it, right? That's what the Two of Cups is. This feels like it's well worth it. What you're putting your time and effort into feels like it is rewarding, right? And maybe that's not necessarily this current job, but it feels like maybe that's the chance, the opportunity that the Five of Wands is kind of alluding to. Try to aim for that dream, to get that job where it doesn't feel as much like drudging work. It's something that you feel is actively contributing and blossoming and turning into something that feels well worth all of your time and effort, right? That's kind of like, if there is a dream job, I would say that would be the dream job, is a job where it doesn't feel like painful needles stabbing into your fucking feet every time you have to step into the store, you know? It's a dream job is a job where you feel it is rewarding, where you feel like your efforts are not wasted, right? And that can come in a lot of different ways. It can just simply be feeling appreciated, or feeling like you're actually making a difference, or feeling like your contributions are important, right? And are seen as important, right? As they say, you know, blah, blah, blah. If you love your job, you never work a day in your life. Not necessarily the case. But I would say if you find your dream job, the dream job is one where you don't mind working, right? Did I get skipped? No, you haven't been skipped. You are last in the queue, so no, you have not been skipped yet. We're doing Marsh. After Marsh is Tianfall. After Tianfall is Mega Raichu, and after Mega Raichu is you. So don't worry, you were not skipped. You still got people ahead of you. But that also brings us to your Oracle card, right, Marsh, which is Fruit, right? Which is a card of achievement. It is a card of success. It is quite literally the fruit of your labor, right? All of the time, all of the effort, all of the energy, it's worth it, right? Maybe in this current job, it may not feel like it's worth it, but all of those skills, all of that knowledge, all of that experience that you are developing right now will ultimately be worth it for you in some way, shape, or form. Like when I used to work retail, that shit was fucking hell, dude. I hated working retail, dude. Customer service sucks so much ass. But it wasn't wasted. It wasn't wasted. I don't feel like my time working in retail was time that I wasted, because I gained valuable customer service skills, right? I gained the ability to be able to sort of juggle what all needs to be done, and understanding, you know, customer perspectives, which helps me a lot in my current job of my art, and like talking to commissioners and making sure that the commissioners know exactly what they're getting and that, you know, they're satisfied, right? There's so many shimes, they're falling in slow-mo. Yeah, they are. But there is this whole thing of maybe you're not super satisfied with where you are right now, but it's ultimately still contributing to where you want to be, right? So it's not a waste of time, and it will all contribute to the fruit of your labor, to your success later on. So I feel like that's also something to sort of keep in mind. If you feel like things are not working out and you don't feel like maybe you're at the place you want to be right now, it'll get easier. It'll get better, you know? So I hope that gives you some reassurance. It feels like you're on a good path for yourself, setting yourself up for success, and just kind of reminding you that even if you feel like you're not where you want to be right now, it is all helping you gain the knowledge and experience that you need to be where you want to be. So just remember to take your shot whenever you get the chance to get to where you want to go, you know? But I believe in you, Marsh. You got this. Yeah. I'm not throwing away my shot. Oh my god, dude. The fucking Hamilton. Get the Hatsune Miku binder out. We've got guests. Oh my gosh. Do you think the creators of tarot were surprised by their success, or did they see it coming? Hi, J-Bomb. Well, actually, tarot cards were originally playing cards. Tarot cards were initially created as a playing card game, in the same way that, like, you know, Uno or, you know, normal playing cards were created. That's what tarot cards were originally were. It was originally a playing card game. And then it was very popular for, I believe it was the Romani people who would travel around a lot, would often do magic and fortune telling and things like that in their travels, that ended up creating the whole system of tarot that we know. Yeah. Wait, we gotta use Uno to tell the future then next. Yeah, that would be so much fun. But yeah, so the tarot that we know now is something that wasn't what it was when it was initially created, right? It was originally just a card game. But then people started ascribing certain meanings to the individual cards, to use the individual cards as a way to divine the future and stuff like that. And that is where our current view of tarot comes from. But originally it was just a playing card game. How many Shimaderis are there? I don't know. I'll have to count later and see how many requests there are. You draw a red Uno reverse, it's a warning that bad karma's coming your way. I mean, we definitely could do something similar to that. By assigning the colors to the different suits, you could probably do something similar in understanding and assigning meanings to the different cards. Yeah, it's called cardomancy, doing magic with cards and stuff like that. That is a whole thing, because there's people who do like basically the equivalent of tarot card readings, which is like a normal deck of cards that you'd use for like blackjack, basically. It's called cardomancy. So there's definitely people who already do things that are similar to that. It'd be kind of the same thing if you used Uno cards. You absolutely could. 100%. I mean, that's why I offer the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. The Yu-Gi-Oh cards basically act as oracle cards in a sense of the interpretation and stuff like that. It's much more open-ended though. But you could absolutely just assign specific meanings to different cards, and then as you pull them up, they mean different things. Yeah. 100%. And hi, Tianfall. Yeah, I see you. I see you. Okay. And Tianfall wants a love reading. So let's see what we got for Tianfall's love reading. Ooh. Maybe we'll make like a community goal you guys could fund. If you want me to dismiss all but once, you can start over again. Let's see. Let me set it up. Community challenge. And let's set it for... That's a good amount. Set it for like 15,000. Also, Nugget, thank you so much for the 14 months. Oh my gosh. Thank you, thank you. All right. Here's a fun little challenge for you guys. You have the power to undo the work of your predecessors, to bring about a new beginning, to bring about the change. Will you take it upon yourselves to clear the slate, to have a new beginning in your lives? Nope, I'm holding on to my points. Oh, somebody's already donated. You cannot tempt me. Is it necessarily tempting you if I'm showing you the potential for your future? For things that you can bring about, change that you can write the history with your own hands with? For the low, low price of 2,000 channel points? I'm just saying. Given to the dare temptation. Done. Yeah. There you go. We're pretty close. We're about like a quarter of the way through already. I set it to 15,000. Close to what? You can dismiss all but one of the dares. I'm making it a community challenge. They can wipe the slate clean. Yeah, donated 40. Right, let's see what we got for you, Tianfall, for your love reading. The dares will be smoked once taken off screen. Oh my gosh. You really want to smoke the dares so badly. Tianfall's love reading. My mind is completely away from my body right now as I'm too busy singing. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad you're having a good time. You just want to bite me? Oh my gosh. So violent. Everybody wants to do such vicious things to me. But I'm just a baby. I'm just a little goo goo gaga. Are you really gonna eat me? Goo gaga. Okay, we got the cards for you, Tianfall, for your love reading. Let's go ahead and put these up on the screen for you. He's saying smoking me isn't violent. You literally want to set me ablaze and breathe in my particles into your lungs. How is that not? What? You want to set me on fire? They're basically specific songs I sing that are calming habits, even though they aren't calm songs. Oh yeah. I mean, I used to listen to like death metal and screamo like way back in the day. I used to listen to a lot of black metal and death metal back in like high school. And then got there we go. We got all of the cards for you, Tianfall, for your love reading. So in order of left to right, we've got the reverse King of Wands, we have the Ace of Wands, and we have the Empress. So let's go ahead and start breaking it down for you, starting with the reverse King of Wands. So while the King of Wands is somebody who's very passionate, very electric, very energetic, in the reverse, the King of Wands is somebody who's got a lot of walls up, who doesn't want people to get too close. It's maybe a little easy to flip the switch to get them worked up in a sense. Temperamental, very easy to kind of push them too far. It feels like they've they've got a bit of a temper on them. They're very easy to get worked up, so very easy to get riled up in a sense, right? Because that fiery, passionate nature is kind of turned into, I don't want to say like a ticking time bomb, but something where the fire gets stoked very quickly, right? We also follow it up with the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands is a card of new beginnings. It's a card of hope. It is a card of good luck, right? It's the start of something new. So to me, it feels like you are trying to put your time and effort and energy into creating something new, into creating something maybe better than you feel like you currently are as is, right? There's this sense of wanting to change, wanting to blossom, wanting to make something for yourself that wasn't there before, right? And then following it up as well with the Empress card. This is a card of like nurturing and loving and care, taking that sort of like maternal instinct and that sort of like overflowing creativity to push yourself forward, right? So this reads very much of like maybe you're not super happy with who you are right now, but it feels like you're also actively trying to change that and to become a kinder, more loving and more caring person, right? You feel like it's very easy for you to get worked up. Maybe you're not super happy with where you are right now in terms of like your emotional capacity, and that's something you want to improve. To me, it feels like you are actively trying to do that. You are actively trying to become the person that you want to be. You are actively trying to open yourself up and to nurture yourself and to probably heal yourself in a lot of ways. But it does feel like this is a good opportunity for you to grow and for you to become who it is that you've been wanting to be, right? It's the spring of your life, right? You can see the Maypole and the Ace of Wands with the start of something new, the new beginnings. I feel like that's something to take as a positive, you know? It's all coming together. You'll get there and you'll blossom. It'll be lovely. It'll be beautiful. I believe in you. Well, yeah, I hope that helps, Tianfall. Fingers crossed for you. It feels like you aren't in a good path for yourself, though, at the very least. It feels like good things are happening for you. It feels like you're starting to learn to love not only other people, but I feel like also yourself, and being kinder and more gentle to yourself, which is something I feel like we all need in our lives a bit more. Is just being more loving and gentle to ourselves. But I believe in you. You got this. Alrighty, next up we have Mega Raichu. Mega Raichu, are you still here? Are you still in chat, or did you disappear? I'm gonna sip some water. That's some good shit. Is Mega Raichu still here? I don't know if they're lurking or not. Alright, I think Mega Raichu might have disappeared, so we're gonna skip him for now. We're gonna do... Oh my god, Mega Raichu has been captured by a Pokemon trainer. Yeah, seems like they've been caught. So we'll do the next person on the list, which is you, Red. Hi, Red. Did you catch Raichu? Is that what it is? You caught them so you could go next? Is that what it is? I'm on to you. I'm on to you, Red. And Red wants a general reading. I got you. I got you. Well, we still technically have one more slot to be claimed, but we might have a raffle slot with Mega Raichu. We'll see. Yeah. Yeah, we still got one more slot. So if somebody wants a reading and wants to guarantee themselves. And then depending on if Mega Raichu is here or not, we might have a raffle slot. Perhaps. Ren over here stroking their chinny chin like, Ooh, yeah. Ren claimed the last official reading slot, but we'll probably, depending on if Mega Raichu appears or not, we might have a raffle slot still. It's okay, it's okay. I'm still shuffling. I'm sure by the time I get the cards out and put them up on the screen is when the ad break will be done. So, no worries, no worries. You're not gonna miss your reading. Let's see what we got for you. Okay, let's put these up on the screen. Starting with... You're free, welcome back. I'm just putting up your cards on the screen right now so you haven't missed anything yet. Perfect timing. Yippee! Free from Agile, yeah. Nice job. There we go. Alrighty, we got all of the cards for you. So, in order of left to right for your general reading, we have the world, we have the star, and we have the reverse 6 of coins. Oh my god, the sleep protection spell. Alright, let me pull it out. Let me pull it out for you. Where is it? Where is it? Alright. Power bestowed upon me by the darkness of the realm. I enact my contract with you in exchange for your magic. Absorb the darkness of my target and leave no trace, so their dreams may be as gentle as the night stars. Nightmare Devourer! There you go. I hope you have only sweet dreams. There you go. And if not, no refunds or returns. So there you go. Oh my god. Hi, Steve. Welcome in. So yeah, let's go ahead and start breaking down this reading for you by starting with the World. So the World is a card of achievement. It's a card of success. It's travel. It's change. It's reaching the completion, reaching the goal, the path that you've been walking. You feel like you've finally started to reach your destination, right? That's what the World is all about. Is the journey along the way as you move forward towards your destination. You can see it on the horizon. It makes it very exciting. It makes it feel like it's all worth it. We followed up as well with the Star, which is a card of intuition. It's a card of spiritual growth. It's a card of transcendence, but also especially the Star follows after the Tower, right? Where there is things crumbling down around you. Feels like you've lost hope. You feel like everything's sort of fallen and been destroyed. The Star is the hope to keep moving forward. It feels like you really managed to maintain and hold on to that little shred of hope as you move forward into creating what it is you want for yourself and making your dreams come to fruition, to transcend all of the things that have sort of gotten into your way and become who it is you want and what it is you want to be, right? Also, hi, Mexican Magikarp. Welcome in. Oh my god, we had a Mega Raichu in here before, and now we got a Mexican Magikarp. We got a whole Pokedex happening in here. And then we followed up as well, finally, with the reverse Six of Coins, which to me feels, I want to say like a little bit like a, not necessarily like a warning, but like a reminder of, sometimes good things are hidden behind the bramble, right? It's a card of pain before gain. This feeling of sometimes it feels like you have struggles, but those struggles are sort of necessary to get to the path where you want to go, right? As much as there is, you can think of it like working out, right? When you work out, you build up the lactic acid crystals in your muscles, which is what causes muscle soreness, right? And so the more you work out, the more those little crystals basically like form and shred up your your muscles, which is what makes them create these like micro tears, which end up making them stronger as they regenerate and heal. That's why your muscles are sore after you work out, right? That's what's happening there. But there is this feeling of like, you know, the pain before gain. You need to experience the pain in order to understand and fully appreciate the gain. So when the going gets tough, just remember, you know, that's just the low point in your AMV arc before you hit the climax, right? They got to build up to something. They got to show the low before they show the high, so they can show how far you've come, right? In the story of your life, you got to start from one place in order to fully appreciate arriving at the next point. Which it feels like that's kind of the best way to frame it, is the toughness and the roughness in your life is just character building. It's just for the story, right? It's for the character building in the story. But ultimately it's worth it because, you know, you'll get to where you actually want to be later in. So even when things get tough, yeah, it's your character arc right now. So don't be too upset when the going gets tough. It's leveling you up, you know? As cheesy as that is to say, it's making you stronger. This is your montage, your training arc, if you will. But it'll all be worth it at the end, I promise. So just keep pushing, keep chugging, keep fucking. You got this. I believe in you. With your villain arc? No, not your villain arc. Don't become a villain, please. Please become an upstanding member of society. That is what I'm hoping for you. I hope you will indulge me. There we go. Being the hero sucks? No, that's not true. That's not true. The hero does lots of really wonderful things. Though I've noticed, actually, that reminds me, dude, why is that such a trend now? Like, there's a very specific trend in fantasy anime lately. Not necessarily isekai, but they tend to border the same genre and audience as isekai anime. But there's a very specific trend of now the hero party is evil, and like the main character gets kicked out of the hero party, and the hero party is like super awful and corrupt and terrible and shits on them. But then as it turns out, the only reason why the hero party was so powerful is because they had this person in their party in the first place, and they're actually not as strong or good at all because this person was pulling all of the weight in the party and they had no idea. Why is that such a specific ass micro niche? It's such a trope now. It's crazy how many shitty hero party anime there are lately. I'm still watching all of them, but like it's something I've noticed. All of them, because like before it was like the church is evil. It's like, oh, okay, the church is evil, right? But now it's not only is the church evil, but everybody else around me is, it's very black and white, I feel. It's always, everybody is either for the hero and they're good people and they're good guys, or if they don't like the hero, the main character, right? Then they have to be blatantly and unabashedly evil. Like they can't just be somebody who doesn't like the main character and like isn't a massive like piece of shit that's like human trafficking elves and like kicking puppies, right? It's either they love the main character and they have to be a part of the main character. Wow, main character, you're so amazing. Oh my goodness, main character, will you take me in and to be your 53rd wife in your harem? I don't care that you have 52 other wives. Please let me be your 53rd one. It's either that, or I don't like the main character, and to prove it, I'm gonna try and like sexually blank the 54th woman in the harem that's gonna be in the harem, right? To prove that I'm an evil, irredeemable piece of shit. It's so lazy. You don't have to show me that a character is bad by just showing them being fucking gross to women, right? You can show me a character is maybe not that great of a person in other ways. That is like the laziest way to show that a character is evil, right? Like I get it, they're evil, they're bad, they're also against the main character. But also it's so crazy because the main characters will be like, they treat women horribly, blah 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 blah, and then they'll buy a slave. They'll like justify it in the terms of the story, but they'll buy a slave. It's like, bitch, you bought a sex slave. What the fuck are you on about? Like, huh? No, but I'm doing slavery the right way. No, bitch. You're still buying an elven slave, a busty elven slave just like them. But like, what? You put a little extra sprinkle of morals or something on there and it makes it okay? I don't understand. I don't understand the genre. I don't get their train of thought with it. When I see them go into like the fucking, yo, let me buy that slave off of you. But you're the main character, so now, but I'm doing it properly. But then the girls will be like, oh my gosh, but Goshujin-sama, I'm fine with being your slave. You know, it's just, you're so cool, Goshujin-sama. I don't even need the slave contract to obey every word you say. I'm like, brother. I'm buying a slave to save them from the worst lecherous men slave owners. It's so fucking ridiculous, dude. Like, why is this such a trope in anime lately? Like, and it's like not even like, if it was just like a blatant like harem hentai anime or whatever, I wouldn't even care about it that much. But it's like general like anime. It's, I don't know, it's weird. It's fucking weird, man. Manhwa that makes the villain so vile and evil that the MC could never do anything even close to the villain. But like, I feel like you can paint a story of, I think it's just, I want more morally gray characters. I want more morally gray characters that are unabashedly morally gray. Not necessarily pure evil, puppy kicking or whatever. Not exactly, oh, no, we're the good guys. We're the good guys. Yes, I'm buying slaves right now, but like I'm absolutely the beacon of heroism right now, right? I want a morally gray character. I feel like that's why I liked Rising of Shield Hero, right? Because, like, as much as there are some problems in the writing of, like, Rising of Shield Hero, I liked that he was like, I'm a bad guy. I know what I'm doing is wrong. This is really fucking shitty of me to do this. But I'm going to do it because I have no other choice. I feel backed in the corner. This is the only way I feel like I can survive. And you know what? I respect the fuck out of it. At the very least, when he bought his fucking slave, he knew what he was doing was shady and weird and wrong. And he's kind of like, well, you know, I don't got any other option, so this is just how it is. I'll just do what I gotta do. I know I'm not the good guy in this story. And you know what? I have more respect for that. I have more respect for a character that recognizes that the choices they're making are not good choices, right? Maybe they still do them anyways. But I can appreciate and recognize when a character's like, yeah, I'm doing a shitty thing, you know? Rather than this weird, like, juggling of reasons for actually no, it's actually really good that I'm buying this sex slave, this busty elf sex slave right now. I'm actually being a really good guy by doing this. I'm actually such an amazing hero by buying this slave. It's like, brother, do you hear yourself right now? Do you hear yourself right now? God. I tend to steer clear of the harem animes because there's so many of them that are that trope, and I just kind of know. I would not mind it as much if it was just straight hentai, honestly. If the harem anime was straight hentai, I would not even care as much. Just let them fuck. But they never even fuck. They never even fuck. What is the point of owning a busty harem sex slave, like a busty elf sex slave, if you're not even gonna fuck her in the anime, bro? Like, God. Bruh. I don't know. I got weird ass priorities, I guess. Where were we? Whose reading were we doing? We did Red's reading. Okay, yeah, we did Red's reading. Oh yeah, we're doing Ren's reading now. Okay, perfect. And Ren wants a reading for your projects. But yeah, moving on past the busty elf sex slaves and harem hentais. Yeah, moving back on to topic. I don't know, this has got me so fucking worked up, dude. It's such a lazy ass writing. I'm not expecting like god tier level writing, but like, come on. Give me something to chew on, something to nibble when I'm watching that. It's kind of slop when I'm watching that slop. I still watch it anyways. It's like the McDonald's of fucking harem anime, but I can't help it. Just please, for the love of God, give me some fucking sauce or something with it. You're scared? Why are you scared, Nugget? What's wrong? Send help. What's going on over there? If you want a morally gray, chaotic, evil character, Miss Might Mayhem is the manga you might like. I'll have to check it out later. I do want more morally gray characters. I'm so tired of the black and white of like writing characters that's so often found in these, where characters can only be objectively good and on the main character side, or objectively bad and evil and against the main character, you know? Because I was granted a wonderful text from the wife that reads, and I quote, "The boys and I are planning your birthday, no hints, Godspeed." Oh my gosh, sounds like fun. MC can be nice, but is internally so evil. I can respect it. I would 1000% respect an evil character that knows they're evil and being shitty and manipulative than a character that pretends to be good and thinks that they're in the right while doing shitty things and trying to justify it as actually it's good though, actually. When I do it, it's good. No, Andy, that sounds terrible. I know, it sounds fun. It sounds exciting. It's a surprise. It's a surprise. I read a lot of Muram. Those guys commit atrocities for fun. They do. That's what makes it fun, though. I definitely have read quite a few Muram novels. Oh, yeah, this feels very fitting for you, Ren. Oh, did you want Oracle card too? Let me grab an Oracle card as well. Last time something like this was planned out, I woke up hungover in pain. Baby mama was pregnant. We blew up a dumpster and trashed a bar. Oh my god. Are you being for realsies? Or are you being silly willy? Deadass, oh my gosh. Sounds like a chaotic night. But that sounds like you made lots of memories. And in the end, isn't that what really matters? Is the memories and friendships you made along the way. Okay. You've got the cards for you, Ren. So let's go ahead and put these up on the screen. Starting with... All right, we've got all of the cards for you. So in order of left to right, we have the King of Wands, we have the Six of Swords, and we have the reverse Nine of Coins. And then for your Oracle card, we have Basil. So let's go ahead and start breaking these down for you, starting with the King of Wands. Picking up my fried wontons off the fire. Oh my god. Dude, I would stone cold kill a man for some crab rangoons right now. Holy shit. I want crab rangoons so fucking badly. Oh my god. Like the cream cheese and the crab and like the sweet chili dipping sauce. Oh, I want that so fucking bad right now. Holy shit. Oh, I would kill somebody for that. Oh, it'd be so delicious. And it's crispy on the outside, but it's creamy on the inside. Oh, I need it. I need it. I need it. Okay. Yeah, crab rangoon, sweet and sour chicken and rice. Yeah, I love sweet and sour chicken. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm also a big fan of General Tso's chicken as well. I love American Chinese food, dude. That shit hits the spot. You gotta use MSG though. I love MSG in my food, genuinely. It's fucking amazing. MSG is a god tier substance. That shit's like the crack cocaine of food. Anyway. So we start with the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is a card of somebody who's very passionate, very energetic, very eclectic, somebody who is ready to make all of their seeds come to fruition, right? They planted the seeds. They're really fired up to make things happen. Operation Feed Dairies a go. Let's move, peeps. We gotta eat, magician. Yeah, crab rangoon and shumai, and honestly, those Chinese donuts go so fucking hard. Have you guys ever ordered the Chinese donuts at the Chinese restaurants? Oh, dude, and those like teriyaki chicken sticks that they have, like this chicken skewers. I fucking love those chicken skewers. Whenever I go to a Chinese buffet, I get like 6 of those motherfuckers. The fucking chicken skewers. Oh, they're so fucking good. Yeah, the Chinese donuts. It's like a specific, so this, what I'm talking about specifically, Ren, is like American Chinese cuisine, which is a very specific type of Chinese cuisine that you get only in America. Like, it's a specific style of like fusion, not to be confused with authentic Chinese cuisine, right? But American Chinese food, often the restaurants will have Chinese donuts, which is like the fried dough balls, but they fry it in like I want to say in like probably they fry it in like an oil, in like the wok or whatever, and then they like roll it in sugar, and they probably use like peanut oil because it's probably the oil that they use most for like their frying and stuff like that, and then they like roll it in sugar, yeah, and throw it in the paper bag. I don't know, something about the Chinese donuts just hits hard. They're freshly fried, they're good as hell, they're so good. But yeah. The flavor it's very specific. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, it's a specific style of cuisine. I know that American Chinese food is not authentic Chinese food. It's its own specific style, and I love it. I love American Chinese food. It's so yummy. Same with American Italian cuisine, dude. American style of so many cuisines is so good. It hits. It's no wonder it's so popular here. Anyway, back to the reading. So we have like that King of Wands, which is very, very fiery, very worked up, very energetic, very passionate, right? We also followed up with the 6 of Swords, which is a card of sort of leaving behind the bad things, leaving behind your troubles, and it's a journey to a new place. It's taking the good things with you, and it's success after anxieties. Right? You're cruising, you're moving forward, you've left behind all of the bad, all of the trouble, and you're just making your way into a new direction for yourself and making things happen, right? Making progress. But we also have the reverse 9 of Coins, which is a little bit of a warning card. And this card's worried about you. The reverse 9 of Coins is a card of, be careful. Don't overwork yourself. It feels like you are pushing yourself maybe a little too hard. You're working yourself a little too thin, spreading yourself a little too far. This is a card of, yes, it feels like you are making a lot of progress. You are doing a lot of really amazing things, but it feels like you are stretching yourself too thin, right? You have to be careful. Use caution. Don't push yourself, right? Because if you push yourself, you're going to fall apart. And it's going to be a lot harder for you to do the things that you love to do, right? So this is kind of like, remember, don't go too fucking hog wild. You gotta have a little bit of moderation. Know when to take your breaks. Know when to take your breather. Know when to put the pencil down. That kind of stuff. And then that brings us to your Oracle card, which is Basil, which is a card of prosperity, luck, and love, right? So it feels like you've got a lot of really wonderful things kind of blossoming and blooming. It feels like you've got lots of ideas really starting to come to fruition. It Feels like you got lots of things running around in your head and feels like things are starting to fall into place. But just remember not to overwork yourself, right? As much as you want to do everything and everything more and more and more and more, you gotta really lock in and focus and take your time with things, right? I feel like for you, it is very easy for you to get distracted by the next new shiny thing. So it's like, be careful. Don't overwork yourself. Don't add more and more and more things to your plate that you cannot handle and then ultimately fall apart and lose progress or track of all of them, right? Just a little bit at a time. Yeah, yes, take a nap now, get my energy back, and then more project work. Yeah, you gotta remember to take your naps, take your breaks, take your stretches, take your food, all that good stuff. It'll be worth it, because then your body will not fall apart trying to do all of the things that you want to do. You want to be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor from all of your hard work. I'm crying, but I want to write all my 4 novels, do the art sprites and coding and the story and the dialogue writing and yeah, one step at a time. One step at a time. Step by step, you'll make it through. Rotate through it, but don't feel like you have to do all of it all at once, all at the same time, right? Baby steps. You'll get there. You'll get there and you'll make progress. But, moderation. Moderation is key. Moderation is key to victory. But yeah, I hope that helps, Ren. You gotta take good care of yourself. Yeah. Okay. Get the... Drink the water. We got a final call for Mega Raichu. Mega Raichu, are you here? If not, we're gonna give away your reading to somebody else, so. Speak now, Mega Raichu, or forever hold your peace. Your voice hasn't led me astray thus far, so thank you. Yeah, you got this. It can be very easy to start picking up more and more things and lose track, but you just gotta do your best to stay focused, Yeah, I think Mega Raichu might have disappeared. That's okay though. We'll just do a raffle slot. So, for those of you in chat right now who have not gotten a reading yet from me today, and you would like one, I am thinking of a number between 1 and 10, and if you guess the number, you'll get the reading. Hi, Wand Herring. Welcome in. How are you? Waking up. Good morning. We're doing a last reading raffle. Oh my gosh, it was 7, Jacob. Yeah, it was 7. What do you want for your reading, Jacob? Oh gosh, a romance reading? Yeah, romance. Everybody's got the romance readings today. Oh my gosh. Well, let's see what we got for you, Jacob. Yeah, let's go. More love readings. Yeah, I think almost all of the readings today have been love readings. With the exception of you, Ren, and Marsh. I think everybody else was a love reading. Oh my god, summoning another Shimadere. The chaos ensues. Let's see what we got for your love reading, Jacob. If we keep going, we can flood the world with Deres. Oh my god, the floodgates are open. Alright, we got the cards for you. So let's go ahead and put them up on the screen, starting with and then we've got there we go. All right. We've got all of the cards for you, Jacob, in order of left to right for your romance reading. We have the reverse Knight of Wands. We have the Strength card, and we have the Judgment card. So let's go ahead and start breaking these down for you, starting with the reverse Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is somebody who is very hot-blooded, very passionate. You can see the flower here is actually passion flower. In its reverse, it kind of turns those qualities up to 11 in the sense of somebody who kind of rushes through things, feels like you kind of dive headfirst into a lot of things without thinking too hard. And it's also maybe somebody who's very prone to jealousy, somebody who can get very jealous very easily. And this can be from a variety of reasons. It can be, you know, you don't want to risk losing something that's important to you. Or maybe you feel, you know, that you aren't quite up to par with the person that you care about with and you're worried, you know, that you won't be able to hold on to them. Whatever the case might be, though, it feels like you kind of recognize a lot of these traits about yourself, but it is something that the cards are kind of like, hey, you tend to jump headfirst into a lot of things. This is very much you. Diving in without maybe too much thought. Maybe a little more thought would be nice, but you know, you feel first and you think later, which in some cases can be helpful, you know, and it can be kind of endearing. We do follow it up though with the Strength card. And the Strength card is kind of a reassurance here. The Strength card tells you, you know, that you are more than enough, right? Whatever life throws at you, whatever obstacles kind of get thrown your way, you have the proof of character. You have the ability to make it through. So I feel like for you, maybe you tend to worry that you're not good enough. Maybe you feel a bit insecure about your own personal abilities, especially in terms of romance, in terms of love. Maybe you don't feel like you have that much experience, or you feel like they'll find someone better, whatever the case might be. The Strength card's kind of reassuring you. You have a lot of really strong, really incredible qualities to you, right? You have the fortitude to endure through whatever tough times get thrown your way. And it's proof of your character, right? At the end of the day, you are a resilient person who still wants to conquer your fears. And maybe that's why you try to dive into things without thinking too hard about it. Because, you know, when you don't think too hard about it, you don't overthink it and work yourself out of it. So you're like, the best way for me to just make it happen is to just dive in and do it. Which in a way can be a helpful way to handle things, right? And then it finally brings us to your last card, which is the Judgment card. And the Judgment card is a card of timing, and it's also a card of action. It's telling you now is the time, right? It's the end of the night and the dawn of a new day, right? This is the new possibilities. The change is just over the horizon, and it's the call to action. It's time for you to do what needs to be done, right? It's the end of the darkness and the dawn of something new. And so it feels like for you, if what you want is romance, and maybe you don't currently have a partner right now, the best thing for you to do is to be proactive, to take that leap, to take that jump, and to push yourself forward. But also remember, you know, if you do start to feel like you feel like you're inadequate, or you feel like you're not good enough, I think it's important to remember that you do have the strength, you do have the fortitude, you do have the capability and the resilience to keep moving forward. So even if, you know, you come into bumps across the road, you know, maybe you get rejected, or maybe things don't work out initially, the cards are kind of reassuring you it's okay. You know, it's okay if things don't work out this time. You have this amazing, incredible ability to pick yourself up and keep moving forward, right? That's kind of your power, which it's very difficult to do. I think people don't give enough credit to the people who get rejected and who still manage to pick themselves up and keep moving forward. That takes a lot of effort, because it sucks that you're rejected. I've been rejected too. It's painful, and you feel like, well, what's wrong with me? Why don't you like me? Am I not good enough? It's not that you're not good enough. It's just maybe you're not their type. And that's okay. Everybody's got their own personal preferences. But I think recognizing that somebody's personal preference doesn't dictate your value is a good way to help you keep moving forward, right? So when the going gets tough, your strength is that you always manage to get back up and keep moving forward, to find, you know, the person who won't let you fall down and who will take your hand, right? So you got this. You just gotta take your action. Take your action and keep moving forward. And it'll be daijoubu. It'll be all good. I believe in you, Jacob. But yeah, I hope that helps. Fingers crossed. But yeah, it can feel tough and it can feel overwhelming sometimes. But I think the key thing to remember is your strength is that you keep moving forward. So even if things don't go according to plan the first time, you recognize, you know, and remind yourself that it's not you, right? Sometimes things just don't work out, and it's okay. And you'll move on, and you'll find somebody where it does work out. You will. You just gotta keep moving forward. Take action. You got this. You got this. Alright, that is officially all of the readings for today. Oh my god, you guys summoned so many of these little fuckers. But yeah. Alright, let's see. Who are we gonna raid? There is... There's Monster Hunter. You guys want me to raise Monster Hunter, or do you want ASMR? What do you want, Monster Hunter or ASMR? What are you guys feeling? ASMR? Okay. We'll raid Coma then. Because Coma's doing some cozy ASMR. Right, meow. Okay. Yeah. Alright, we'll raid Coma. Tomorrow, I don't know what we're doing tomorrow. We'll see. I gotta set some stuff up. I don't know if I'm gonna manage to set it up in time or not. We'll see though. But I'll probably be streaming something tomorrow. Just not sure what. Just depends. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow for stream. But if not, no worries. I'll see you when I see you. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. And good night.